Hi, it's me again, Cheryl. So for our vlog today, we're gonna talk about the questions that's been always asked. You know, the mainly questions being asked on an interview here in Canada. Okay, so first things first, before you even go to the interview, you gotta present two things. Number one is your resume. So in the Philippines, we do have the thing called biodata. Okay, so biodata. So it's not something that they have in here. You don't have to put your pictures. Okay, so yeah, nobody does that here. What you need is your plain resume. I am hoping for it to be just one page only. You don't have to put a lot of things. And then the way you're gonna prepare your resume is to make sure that the job that you're trying to apply is somewhat the same on your working experience on your resume. So on the top line, we're gonna talk about it on another topic, but on the top line, you put your name, your phone number, your email, your address, okay? And then your objective, and then your abilities, okay, or your experience, and then where you work, okay? So that's gonna show your history for the working experience, what you did there, what did you do there, you know? And then your credentials, where did you finish school, and then your available references, meaning those people that they could actually call when they need to verify your whatever you've written on your resume, okay? And then secondly is your cover letter. A lot of people actually doesn't do this, but you guys should actually put a cover letter, because it's kind of like you pre-talking to them before they even meet you. So it kind of like gives them like to me it's like an excitement. Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this video is because I used to be manager. Okay, I used to be manager at Walmart. I used to be a manager at Access Storage. So I used to like be have those role. So I get to experience actually meeting people that we're trying to hire. So these are my experience that I'm sharing to you. Okay, so number one, it's gonna be your resume. Number two, your cover letter. Now, before going to your interview, make sure don't be late, okay? So you know how they say like, oh, it's only 15 minutes after 9, which is the time that you guys are in interview. Please do not do that. First impression last. Like when you guys talk, it's gonna be different, but you don't want them to think that you're not punctual, you know? So you gotta be there at least like honestly 30 minutes, 15 minutes. Tell them that you're prepared, okay? So, and then a day before or like the night before your interview, like a little bit like ahead of time, make sure you Google. Make sure you try to investigate. Make sure you know a little bit about the company, because one thing that this businesses want is like when you go there, they feel secured. Like I feel like, oh, this person came prepared, right? So they want to do that. So make sure you do that. Like know how they kind of like do how they run arounds on that business, and then like try not to be too much, a little bit humble that you, oh yeah, I did my research, something like that when you guys are there on the conversation. Okay, so the first question, so make sure that when they're asking you this, eye to eye, okay? What I mean is like don't look there, look into their eye, okay? Now if they feel uncomfortable, then maybe you should not look all the time. But because you're in Canada, I don't know, but like they feel like when you're not looking in the eye, you're kind of like lying, something like that. And plus there's more connection, right? So look them in the eye, like don't look left, right, below, whatever, just like focus, okay? Be attentive. So the first question is, tell me more about yourself. Now, this time you're trying to introduce yourself. So it's like, hi, my name is Cheryl. Your name is? You know what I'm trying to say? You don't have to be too professional. Like, tell something about yourself. So I would go like this, like, hi, my name is Cheryl. I've lived here in Canada for like about 10 years, you know. No, I live more than that. But I have 2 kids. I like cars. I like music, like I play in the band. So those are the things that I'm gonna share on that answer question, okay? And then number 2, the way I would ask next time would be tell me about your Canadian working experience. Now this get a little bit tricky because if this is your first job in Canada, you're not gonna be sharing your experience here but back home. Yeah, kasi first job mo, right? So but when you say that, let's say you're applying for a cashier. So I remember when I was applying at Walmart before, and then they tell me like, oh, what's your job before? Mind you, the job that I'm applying is a pharmacy assistant. Now, hindi yung sa prescription, but actually the one outside, like the over-the-counter drugs. So, like I will be the one stocking the vitamins, like, you know, the supplements and diapers ng matanda and stuff. So, I had to tell like, oh, I told them like, this is my first job. You gotta be honest, okay? You don't have to lie. So just tell them I've never really had an experience here in Canada. In fact, the way I answered, okay, in fact, I was just like here for about 3 weeks ago, and this is hopefully my first job that I could get here in Canada. But before applying or before coming in here, we have a small store in the Philippines, right? So I'm the one who's actually stocking the, you know, the supplies, make sure there's enough sardines, sure, whatever. So basically, I told them na tindahan. So you can say that, right? So they know that you have the experience. Yes, it's not Canadian, but it could be a start. And again, maybe it's a pro too that I actually finished nursing back then, right? So you're like, oh, so she managed a small store, hindi nila alam ano lang yun, tindahan lang na maliit, and then they knew, oh, she knows something about drugs because, like, you know, I mean, like pharmaceuticals, not like drugs, okay? Because she was a nurse back home, okay? So number 2 question, okay, if we hire you, what can you give to our company? Okay, so tricky question. So, but inaano nila yan, tinatanong nila. And you could say to them na, oh, I believe that what I could give, parang nagsasagot lang sa pageant, right? But you tell them na I could give your attention, you can give your knowledge to the company, right? Make sure na puro positive yung ibabato mo sa kanila. Okay? And then another question is, why you and not the others? Bakit ikaw yung tatanggapin nila unlike any other people? And just say like, well, I'm pretty sure that I am very punctual. Make sure, kasi ayaw nila ng late dito. You want me to always be on time, and then that you're gonna give, like you're gonna commit to actually help na ma-progress or like mapa-better yung future ng company. Don't worry, I'll put all of my answers below later on this video, okay? And then number 3, number 3 na ba, number 4? Tinatanong din nila na how do you see yourself in like 3 years? Yon yung pinaka para sa akin tanong na kailangan sagutin mo ng maganda. How you gonna say is like, I see myself still working for the company, but hopefully in a better or like in a more different role. Kasi ibig sabihin nun, parang nakikita mo yung sarili mo na you will be on a higher position, not stuck to where you are right now. Kasi if it's 3 years, syempre they want to see you grow, right? Hindi yung nag-apply ka ng stocks, yung mag-i-stock, pagkatapos stock ka pa din. So in that way, they know that you're not gonna be there for just a little bit of time. They know na mag-i-stay ka sa kanila, na you're probably aiming to excel and be a manager, right? Okay? And then, ano pa ba? They're gonna ask you, how soon can you start? wag sasabihin mo na ora mismo. So let's say may trabaho ka and then they ask you, how soon can you start? Don't tell them like right away. Kasi kung alam nila na may trabaho ka pa and you're not gonna give those people 2 weeks notice, it's kind of like a negative thing on their side. So you gotta make sure na, okay, let me just give enough notice from my current job, right? And then I could go ahead and then start with you. So you have to at least give 2 weeks notice. I'll tell you why you should do that. First of all, alam nila na hindi ka bastos, hindi ka aalis ng basta-basta. And then number 2, you don't want to burn the bridge from the previous job, yung job na aalisan mo. Kasi paano kung hindi mo dito gusto, then you might as well go back just in case, okay? Kasi, and then what if they're gonna call those company just to ask for your reference, right? So, wag mo silang bibigyan ng sour taste sa pag-alis mo and pati sa pagpunta mo, right? They're also gonna ask you how much is the yung salary na ine-expect mo sa kanila. How much do you think the salary would be? So, ito, medyo tricky. Pero, remember what I told you guys, make sure na mag-Google, mag-research a day before. Tignan mo kung paano yung pay basis nila. Kasi kung ino-offer lang nila is 40,000 a year, don't tell them 60,000 a year. Kasi, hindi ka nila tatanggapin. Alam nila na hindi yun yung job na para sa'yo. Remember, people are hiring not to train you. The businesses are hiring because they want an employee to stay with them for a while. They rather invest on you who's been there for a while than hire another person and then start from the bottom or like mag-start ka na naman from like the beginning. Ang hirap mag-train. So yeah, you gotta make them feel na, oh, okay, once we hire this person, he's gonna stay here for a while. Okay? So yun lang yung mga major things na nakikita ko. Oh, 2 things pa pala. Sorry, last. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? So, I leave that to you to answer. Kasi minsan tinatanong din nila yun. But just be honest, pero not to the way na parang negative ka, right? So, ano ba yung sinabi ko nun? Ano yung strength ko? Yung strength ko, sabi ko, time management. Oo, gusto nila yung time management. Kailangan makapag-work ka in a fast-paced environment. Let's say, sa McDo, right? So, sa McDonald's, kailangan mabilis ka. Right? Kasi nag-iintay sila ng burger, nag-iintay sila ng ganito, ng putin. So, you have to make sure you give that to them. Ano naman yung weakness ko, right? Ang sinabi ko yata nun, kasi nga syempre may pamilya ka, diba? So, I gotta make sure na kahit may time, kaya ako nagta-time management kasi marami akong responsibilidad outside work. So, the way I played it, sabi ko, I have too much responsibility. So, my weakness is I get tired. That's why I do my time management. Because if I don't manage my time, then I won't be able to be like a mom and a wife, and at the same time, a person who's gonna work here at Walmart. So, ganun yata yung sinabi ko. So, kumbaga parang may negative, pero pinush mo pa rin sa positive. Okay? And then, oh, this is crazy. Napansin ko to na lagi nilang tinatanong, and I think this is how you should answer. Why did you leave your last job? Okay? But you can't tell them that, oh, because I hate it, the manager is annoying, they're not paying me more, da-da-da, whatever. Don't say that, kasi masyado siyang negative. What you can say instead, oh, because I moved. It's relocation, okay? The time doesn't work for my family, my schedule, blah, 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 whatever. It cannot be a negative thing. sinasabi niyo naman, ito naman si ate nagsisinungaling. Well, in a way kasi, you know, like, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na gano'n, like, oh, hindi ka pwedeng mag-complain. You can also say na, oh, there's no more challenge. And it's true, wala nang challenge kasi you've been there for like how many years? And you think na, you can also say na, oh, because I feel like I'm not growing, right? So those are the things that I think that they're for sure gonna ask you in the interviews. I think I've done like so much interviews in when I was working in those companies. So I hope this video helps. Okay, so a recap: no more biodata, wala nang picture. Resume lang yan. I'll try to like show you like yung resume dito sa Canada, and then yung cover letter, and that's everything that you guys need. And I hope you know, like, this video helps, and good luck to your interview. You got this. Bye.